Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. You can also reach us at 618-235-6959. I want to show you today a customer's telephone, and I'm just going to call him HG, give his initials, and he's from Delaware. This is a Geman Post Office Telephone, and so it's not like a consumer telephone, and it's from another country. So the issue with this telephone was there was only rotary or pulse dialing, and the customer wanted Touchtone, and we're kind of in a little conversion here, and there's a little bit to it. I'm going to show you a board here. This is the board for the keypad, and we've had to, when it comes to the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they're not too hard to wire up if you've been doing this a while. But when it comes to the star and the 0 and the pound, we actually had to drill a hole here, come through with a wire right here that we're going to have to connect up, because the configuration of the traces were not proper, so we had to create some. And so now we'll be able to have our star and our 0 and our pound. And I'm going to have to, I've drilled another hole right in this area to make a contact with this contact here so that we can have our pound button. So it gets a little bit entailed. The configuration is basically not right for what we're doing to it. You're going to see a bunch of wires hanging here, and we're not finished. To show you a little bit more of this telephone, this is some of the workings for the inside, and I want to be careful that I don't drop any of it, but it gets kind of elaborate for a telephone that would only dial out and pulse. This is your electronic board, and this created the pulse that when you would dial with it when it was normal, this IC chip here created the pulse dialing. And so it's a pretty elaborate board just for pulse, and the customer wants it turned into tone. So we're going to have to incorporate a tone generator board and then put all that together with the telephone and create a tone touch-tone telephone. So I'll take this back away here from now, and I want to show you the telephone. The telephone is pretty stylish. It's a neat old telephone, and you're not going to find too many of these. So what the customer is doing to this is a pretty neat thing. This is the keypad, and when you turn it over, what you're going to see is a bunch of little contacts, and each time you push each button, these two little finger contacts will make their contact, and then that's how you get your dialing out. So it's a pretty neat and well made old post office telephone. And the other thing I want to show you is the connector. This connector is how they would connect it up to their equipment. So it's totally different, and we're going to have to put a modular port on this telephone so that the customer can go ahead and plug it into the line. So we're well into this conversion, and here's the handset. So it's a pretty neat phone. It's really nice, and this is a look at it. And basically, to show you the inside of the telephone, everything works on this telephone. So we're just incorporating a board that's going to give us touch tone. And hopefully we won't have to change this whole board because everything's running through it. This bell does ring, and the hook switch works, and in your transmit and your receive, everything runs through this board. And hopefully we can save this board, because otherwise the hook switch is connected to the board, and if we had to take the board out, we'd have to rearrange everything so that the hook switch worked like it did before. And so what we want to try to do is keep everything so our transmit and receive runs through this board and the bell circuit and the hook switch, and then just incorporate this other tone generator board for the dialing. Back here, what we'll have to do, where the old line cord came out, we're going to have to probably try to incorporate a modular port so they can plug a line cord into it and make it simple. Another request that the customer had was, although this bell works, and it has a control on it for the volume of the bell to be able to turn it up and down, the customer would like to have a switch, from what I understand, and I'm going to contact the customer again about that they can totally turn the bell off if they wanted to. So we're going to look into that and get a switch on it somehow, and that way the customer will be able to turn off the bell. When this conversion is complete, I think HG will really appreciate being able to use this telephone in a modern day setting here in America, and it's really a neat old telephone. So we have quite a bit of a conversion to do. It's not going to be a simple thing, because we have to make sure that everything is going to work here with this keypad, and we're having to change traces. So there's a little bit to the conversion, so it's going to take a little bit to get everything the way we want to get it, and get the board inside and incorporate it along with the rest of the equipment that's inside the other circuit board and that. So this is just to show you a little bit of a conversion of a German telephone from the post office, and we'll probably do another video on this telephone when we're a little farther into the conversion, or when we finish up. We'll try to give you a little bit of insight of what we had to go through to do that. So there's going to be a little bit to this, and it's just not going to be a quick thing, real fast thing that you just cut a few things or switch a few things. It's an actual pretty good conversion going on here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and this is Dennis with A1 Telephone, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.